SRIRAM's IAS, serving the nation since 1985. Ab offline ho ya online, we are the lifeline.
Hello students, welcome to SRIRAM's IAS. Welcome to this Polity Current Affairs class. This is class number 24, which will help you in your upcoming prelims examination. I am Mayank Bharadwaj presenting this class. So today we are going to talk about judicial misconduct and the in-house procedure developed by the Supreme Court in its judgment. So in order to understand this, we have to understand why this procedure is important. One, the procedure of impeachment is very public. Impeachment is a very public in nature. This is an external process to hold a judge accountable for whatever activities or misconduct person has done. The other one is in-house procedure established by the Supreme Court. This has been pronounced in one of the judgments and it has been improving year after year. An inquiry is made in both of them, and after inquiry only the next process takes place. For example, an inquiry is made in the allegations against a judge. So the Chief Justice of the particular High Court, जिस High Court के judge के against allegations हुए हैं, Chief Justice of that High Court is going to make a formal inquiry into the process. Then he is going to take up that matter and report it to the Chief Justice of India. Chief Justice of India can do either of two things. One, Chief Justice of India can ask for a response from the judge, or else the Chief Justice of India forms three-member committee. Two Chief Justice of the High Courts are the member of that committee and one other judge will be the member of that committee. If the findings of the committee says that the allegations are frivolous, then the charges are dropped. But if they are of serious nature, then the next thing happens. The Chief Justice of India can ask the judge to resign immediately. No judicial work should be given to the judge, and the Chief Justice of India asks him to resign. If the judge does not resign, then the Chief Justice of India writes to the President of India to initiate the impeachment process. So to avoid this rigorous process of impeachment, to keep the matter internal to the judiciary and to hold the judges accountable for all kind of misconducts they are doing, an in-house procedure has been established. So let us understand more about this. So allegations were made against the judge of the High Court recently, and a proceeding against a judge requires consultation of the Chief Justice of India. This is important for you to understand. Now, another thing, there was a case in 1991, K. Veeraswamy case. Under this case, two very important things happened. One was judges were made public servants. They came into the definition of public servants under the Prevention of the Corruption Act 1947. Another important thing, a FIR against a sitting judge needs President's sanction after Chief Justice of India's consultation. So a judge was declared as public servant in this judgment. Now, if a judge is declared as a public servant, then he can be charged under the provision of Prevention of Corruption Act 1947, because this particular act has been made for public servants. But if you are making any kind of inquiry or lodging a FIR against the judge, then the consultation of the Chief Justice of India is required. This is very important. This is an umbrella of protection given to the judges because of the kind of work they do. There can be many frivolous complaints which can be made against them. It will hamper the delivery of justice, and that is why to drop down the frivolous FIRs, frivolous complaints or challenges or allegations made against the judges, consultation of the Chief Justice of India is needed. This is an extra protection which is given to the judges. Then, what is this in-house procedure? We have already seen, but it's a non-constitutional mechanism. Now, if they ask in your prelims examination whether in-house procedure is mentioned in constitution or not, you should mark it wrong, because it is a non-constitutional mechanism which is developed through the judicial precedent. It was established in Ravichandran Iyer case in 1995. and it has been made clarified in 2005 in another case. So this aims to maintain discipline and avoid political interference. Now, why there will be political interference? If you do the impeachment process, the matter goes to the parliament, and when the matter goes to the parliament, it becomes very public. That is very rigorous, and at the same time there will be political interference. Now, in order to avoid this political interference, in-house procedure works. See, ultimately the aim is to hold the judge accountable for the judicial misconduct the person has done. Okay, it can be done through the in-house procedure also, and can be done through the impeachment process also. So in-house procedure is more in use nowadays. What is going to happen in this present case of the justice of the Delhi High Court is still to be seen. Now coming to the next slide, steps which are taken in the in-house procedure. We have already seen a complaint is made to the Chief Justice of India, President or the Chief Justice of the High Court. The first step is somebody has to make a complaint, no? If the complaint is made to the President, or if the complaint is made to the Chief Justice of India, let's say against a judge of a particular High Court, let's say a judge of the Delhi High Court, then the complaint then goes to the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. Okay, the Chief Justice of the High Court conducts a fact-finding inquiry. It should not be a formal inquiry, but just to find out the facts about the allegations which are made. Then, if they are serious, they are forwarded to the Chief Justice of India. So, if in this formal inquiry, the Chief Justice of that particular High Court finds out that it's a frivolous complaint made against the judge, he drops down the charges immediately. If not, it's a serious matter, then it goes to the Chief Justice of India. Now, Chief Justice of India can do two things. One is, it can ask for a response from the judge against whom allegations are made, or it can form a 3-judge committee. Now, who is the member of this 3-judge committee? 2 Chief Justice of High Courts of different High Court, can be of any High Court, and another judge. These 3 members are the member of the committee. Usually, these 2 Chief Justices, the Chief Justice of that particular High Court is not made the member of this committee. अगर Delhi High Court के judge के against allegations हैं, so in this committee, the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court will not be the member, but 2 other Chief Justices of different High Courts. We have different High Courts in India. So anybody, the Chief Justice of India can pick any Chief Justice to be the part of this committee. Now, if the committee submits confidential report, and in that confidential report, it is suggested that the person and the allegation made against him is corrupt, judicial misconduct is proven, then the Chief Justice of India asks for resignation of that person. And if the person refuses to resign, then comes the next important process, that the Chief Justice of India writes to the President to initiate the impeachment processes. Now, one more thing is that if the misconduct is very minor, if the misconduct is really very minor, then the judge is taken into a corner and he has been consulted and counseled by the Chief Justice of that High Court or Chief Justice of India to not get involved in these misconducts, these judicial misconducts, because they are holding a very important position according to the constitution of the country. The whole delivery of justice depends on them. But if it is a serious concern, if it is a serious misconduct, then the person has to resign. And if he does not resign, then the Chief Justice of India writes to the President to initiate the impeachment process. So, Supreme Court judge, complaints against Supreme Court judges and Chief Justice of India, what happens there? If a complaint is made against the Supreme Court judge, then Chief Justice of India reviews it, he seeks the response or forms a committee, 3-member committee of the Supreme Court judges, and then the same thing follows. If the committee finds out that whatever allegations which are made against the judge are very serious misconducts, then the Chief Justice of India asks the judge to resign. If he doesn't resign, then the Chief Justice of India can write to the President to initiate impeachment process against him. If the allegations are made against the Chief Justice of India, then we do not have any formal procedure. This is an important thing to understand. When a complaint is made against any judge of the Supreme Court, we do have a process that the Chief Justice reviews it and seeks a response or forms a 3-member committee. But if the allegations are made against the Chief Justice of India, what happens? There is no formal procedure for it. President consults other Chief Justices on this particular issue. So transparency concerns has been raised in several judgments. If you see Indira Jaising case, reports are to be confidential. Whatever reports these committees are submitting, if you see, we have seen the steps, and a 3-judge committee has been formed comprising of 2 Chief Justices of the High Courts and 1 another judge. This 3-judge committee submits a confidential report. So this report has to be confidential, should not be made public. Then this report serves only to inform the Chief Justice of India. It does not have any other purpose. Then the Chief Justice of India can ask, because it's an in-house procedure, so it doesn't have to be made public. This is important. Now, what is the difference? This is a very important chart for you. Now you can click a screenshot also of this, that in-house versus constitutional removal. There's a difference between it. In-house, if you see, this is internal and confidential in nature, whereas constitutional removal is very formal. It's a public impeachment, which is very rigorous in nature. In both of these, if you see the in-house procedure, the authority, the person who is taking the decision is the Chief Justice of India, whereas in the constitutional removal, it is the Parliament and the President. If Parliament passes the resolution by special majority, then the President removes the judge. It's a very rigorous and a formal public impeachment of the judge. What is the outcome in the in-house process? The resignation or withdrawal of the work. Whereas in constitutional removal, it is the removal from the office. The in-house procedure is confidential and the constitutional removal is parliamentary scrutiny, which is backed by the member of parliaments and their motions. And the trigger point in the in-house is very confidential, and it's only against the complaints made to the Chief Justice of that High Court or to the Chief Justice of India or to the President. So you can click a screenshot if you want. This will be of a great help to you. Now, so this in-house mechanism protects judicial dignity and avoid harassment. Judicial dignity and harassment. Now, what kind of harassment which can come up? If things are happening publicly in a very rigorous manner in the Parliament, the country can see what allegations are made. The country can see that what is happening against a judge who is a symbol of justice in this country, and to maintain the dignity of the organ of the government, judiciary, which is a very important organ of the government, and to avoid any kind of harassment, this thing is done. The internal procedure is made. In-house procedure is made. Confidentiality raises concern about transparency and accountability. Now think of a situation where a report is sent which is confidential by the 3-member committee to the Chief Justice of India. What happens? The Chief Justice of India then takes up the report, and if he finds that to avoid harassment and judicial dignity, he can drop the charges, even if the charges which are made are serious in nature. But then somehow we have to be dependent on the authority of the Chief Justice of India. We have to be dependent on the honesty of the Chief Justice of India to take the right decision at this point. But at the same time, questions of transparency and accountability are always raised. Then the third thing is, it need to be codified. Okay, it need to be made into an act by the parliament. This in-house procedure, it is very important for the transparency, and it should not harm the judicial independence. This is an important thing to understand. So thank you very much for joining me in this video. It is going to help you in your upcoming examination. This is a very important topic and a very important development which has happened recently. You should understand different kind of procedure to deal with the misconduct of the judges. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.